Hello everyone and welcome to our Divi Feature Update Live, streaming every Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern. So before I get started, I can see quite a lot of you have already joined the show. Please let me know if the audio is good by just saying yes or giving me a thumbs up on Facebook. Right, so today I'll be talking about a feature which we released some time ago, in fact, September 2017. However, there's been quite a lot of updates and there's quite a few things I need to discuss and cover because we have improved the whole process and quite a lot of things have changed. Now, what I'll be talking about today is the free world-class Divi layouts and photos. So there's quite a few things which I think maybe some of you may not know about, and I'll also be covering the best practices of using these free layouts. Okay, so I'm just checking here to make sure that my sound is okay and everything is running smoothly. Unbelievable. That just has to happen. Anyway, the good thing is our news is good, our sound is good, which is fantastic. All right, so I'd like to welcome everyone that is joining us today. We have Michael Dennison, we have Uncle Social saying he's from the UK. Awesome. Right, we have Bird Office from Paris. We also have Alexander Evans. Saying I'm loving this, just got through the things to do today and you guys pop up on my desktop. Awesome, I'm loving this. We also have JR from Paris. We have Mohammed from Cairo. We also have Nuromat from Indonesia. Tran, Agante. Awesome. Right. Quite a lot of you have already tuned in. This is amazing. We also have Thomas Weber. We have Barry from South Africa. We have Olan Uzum from Russia. And by the way, we are also streaming on Facebook. So I'm just going to take a look at Facebook now. And yes, we have quite a lot of people joining here on Facebook too. We have Tran, we have Allison, we have Chatura, we have Sky Painter, Allison saying hi. Welcome everyone to the show. Right, so we are going to be talking about the free world-class layouts today. So I'll also be showing you how to apply this to your designs and best practices. So what our design team has been focusing on was to really design layouts that you can use as a starting point when you design websites for yourself or from your clients. So we've taken this very, very seriously because we realize that this is the great way to really get your designs up and running. Because I don't know about you, but when before these layouts really came out, it used to take quite a long time to design these pages. I mean, a basic page could take you a couple of hours just to make sure the padding, the layout, the colors, and everything is in place. But now with these layouts, it makes the design process much easier because it comes with all the pages that you need. And also the good thing is when you use these layouts, you can pick and choose from different layout packs, which is fantastic. Now, if you've noticed, some months ago, we've been releasing these layout packs directly on our blog. So this has changed. What you need to do now is every Monday, if you want to see what's going on, you log into your Divi website and you can actually see all the latest layout updates in there. So you don't have to download them manually from the blog. However, we do have our blog which does the announcement, but these are automatically downloaded onto your Divi website, which is fantastic. Now, let me just show you quickly where these are. So I've already logged into my WordPress website. So if I come over here to, let's say I need to build a new page, and I come over here to Pages, click on Add New. Right, let's just call this page Layouts. Right. So if you want to see the layouts, there's two ways to do it. You can use the backend builder by just clicking load layout. So if I click here on load layout, you can see now we have our layout manager, and this is where all our layout packs are. Okay. So we have quite a lot here. In fact, the latest one here coming out today, because today is Monday, we have this auto repair layout pack. So let me just do a quick preview for you. Now we can see here it comes with quite a lot of pages. We have the About Us, the Contact, the Gallery, the landing page, the services. We also have the shop and auto repair page. So this is really cool. So this is what I was talking about, that you don't have to download these from our blog post, because before, I'm sure a lot of you remember, we used to download these manually onto our website. Now, I mentioned that these are already on your Divi website. It doesn't mean that they're actually sitting on your server. These are sitting on our servers at Elegant Themes. So all you have to do is, when you decide to choose to use one of them or whatever layouts you want to use, you just have to download them, and those will be downloaded onto your computer. Now, let's move on to something else which is very, very important. Now, when it comes to photography, I'm sure a lot of you also know that photos are very, very expensive, especially if you're buying them from royalty-free websites. Now, we have a dedicated team which is working hand in hand to bring all these layouts together. Now, we have a in-house photographer that takes all these photos. Now, when it comes to using all these layouts, you can actually use all our photos absolutely free. And this is both commercially and in your own project. So let's say you want to design some layout packs and you'd like to use our photos from our library. You can go ahead and do that. And this is something that we're giving back to our community to help you design these websites and also any designs for your clients. So all our photos are absolutely free. You can go ahead and use them with no issues of licensing. Okay, so what I want to do here is just to show you quickly how you can use these layout packs and the best practices. So let's say you want to design a website for a client. So I'm just going to come over here to my site. I'm going to go into the Visual Builder because I prefer working in the Visual Builder. So let's say we want to design a website. All I have to do, in fact, let me just close this. Right. So all I have to do is to come over here, click this plus button to access our layout manager. So it depends what project you're working on. So let's say the project is to do with, say, food and drink. So I could come over here and I could use these categories to specifically choose the category I need to go into. So this narrows down my search, which saves me a lot of time. So let's say I need to design a website for a tea shop or maybe a coffee shop. So this is where now you can use this as a starting point. So I'm going to come over here and choose my main page. So I'm going to come over here and say, use this layout. Now you can see here that I haven't logged into I haven't entered my username and password and my API key. Now this is what happens if you don't go ahead and add your API key in your Divi theme options. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. And by the way, if you have any questions, please do leave your comments in the comments box below. So just bear with me while I add my API key. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to go over here to Divi and add my layout key, my API key. Right, I'm going to take a look at some questions as well. We have Michael Iglington from Shenzhen city in China. Awesome. I think this is the first time we've had someone from China, actually, from how I recall. This is fantastic. Uncle Social, I'm not sure the language here. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, here it says, I wish there was a layout pack for Japanese llama farmers in Middle East. Now, One thing that you also could do is you could also give us some suggestions of layout packs that you'd like to see, because the goal here is to cover as many industries as we can to make it easier for anyone that wants to design websites for their clients. So you could just go in there and just get a layout pack and add it to your website. So do give us some suggestions. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go and log in and get my API key so I can show you how to use this. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you my API key. So I'll have to enter it here. Right. Okay, so I've entered my API key. So right now, it's importing. So hopefully that's going to be quick enough. But as I mentioned, this is being downloaded from the DVs, from our Divi servers. In fact, I may want to just close this and try this one more time, just in case it's stuck. Okay, so let's see if I have access to this. So we wanted a food and drink. Oh, in fact, it's downloading now. I can see it's 83%. So sometimes it does take a bit of time. So as you can see now, my layout has been added, which is brilliant. Now, the thing is, by default, you get this top bit here, which comes in when you load your layout. So all you have to do is to just go ahead and delete this section, right? Okay, so this is our layout. So what we could do now is we can actually go in and customize this and make it our own design. So let's say I have an image here that I can add in the background. So let's say I come over here to my background. I can actually change this. So I'm going to delete this, click this plus button here. I'm going to upload. Right, so I'm just going to look for an image, which I can use here. Right, so let's say I want to change my design completely. I could actually use, in fact, let me upload it one more time. So I'm just going to show you quickly how you can add images to your current design and make it look unique. Okay, it looks like I'm having a HTTP error for some reason here. Right, I'm going to try this one more time because I'm not sure what's happening here. Right, this is strange. Maybe this has to do with my website because I'm running this from a staging site in WP Engine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up a different website which is not running from a staging site. Okay, so just bear with me while I do that. In fact, this is so annoying because normally things run so smoothly when I do my designs. Okay. Okay, I've got a website here that we can use. Okay. Sorry about this. Okay, so I'm just going to log into one of my websites here so I can do the demo one more time. Okay, so I'm just going to add my page. Right. Right, for some reason, my images are not being added in correctly. So let me try this one more time and see what the problem is. Okay, this seems to be working now. Right. Okay, so as I was trying to demonstrate here, sorry about this. I'm not sure why this wasn't working correctly. So I'm just going to exit the Visual Builder and then come back into the Visual Builder, and I'll show you how you can change your images and make them match whatever design you're trying to do. Okay, so right now, if let's say you're designing a page, but you really like this layout. So ideally what you want to do is to go in and change all the elements that you need to change in order for this to work. So I'm going to come over here, click on Enable Visual Builder. Right, so over here you can see that we have this specific font here. We can always go into our text settings and then click on Design, Heading, and then straight away we can change this to whatever font that we need. So let's say we want to use Open Sans. So we can just search for our font here like that. And then just like that, I've changed this to Open Sans. And then I can go ahead and save. Now again, on the buttons, let's say you want this to follow a specific color scheme that goes along with your client's color palette or even your own color palette. So this is where you would come in and change that. So I'm going to come over here to Design, Button, and then I'm going to click on, in fact, I'm going to click here and change that color. So let's say we want this changed to red. I'm going to come over here to the border color as well and change the border color. So as you can see, I'm already making quite a lot of changes very, very fast. And then over here on the top, I'm going to always go into my design settings, click on text. Again, I'm going to change this to Open Sans so that we have consistency. So now you can see how fast it is to go in and make all these changes. And the reason why it's easier to do this is because right now, in fact, let me show you what it looks like. We have all our padding all set up. So if I come over here into Settings and click on Design and then click on Spacing, we can see here that our custom padding has already been set up, and here on the top it's 16% and on the bottom it's 20%. So this ensures that our layout only needs the images, the text, and the colors to change. And again, for this background image, you can play around with this, click on background here, and then I can delete this. In fact, I can even have a solid color if I wanted to. So I can just add my color just like that. I also have a gradient here, which I can play around with if I wanted to. But our image, We can choose different images here. So let me go with this one. Click upload an image. And the great thing that you can also do here is you can disable things like parallax, like that, if you don't want to use it. And then you can also use blend modes. So if I come over here, click on multiply, I can actually start playing around with a few designs here to make sure that our blend modes is working fine. So you can see here as I'm adding my colors, my blend mode is actually taking effect. Okay, so you can see now on the bottom of the kettle, I'm introducing some color, but it's quite subtle. But this is what you can do when it comes to making changes to your design. So as I mentioned earlier on, this is a great starting point when it comes to designing websites, because all you have to do is to go in and make those subtle changes, and within a few hours, you'll have a complete website up and running. Now, when we say these are layout packs, we do really mean that, because it's not just one page you're working with. It comes with several pages, which means majority of websites do actually have these pages, like the home, the about us, the contact, the services, and some sort of a landing page. So what we also do, in addition to these layout packs, is we also do some use case studies, whereby we show you how to even extend, the functionality of these layout packs to make them work even much better. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a look at our questions and see if there's any questions here. Zen says, do you want me to log a fault for you? Right. Okay, so we have Tate saying layout for churches, please. I will definitely make a note of these suggestions that you're giving me. Churches, and I'll pass them on to our design team, and they'll be definitely happy to do that. Henry says, does an upload plugin exist? Does an upload plugin exist which can be used to the contact? Right, we do have a contact module which you can use if you want to use this on your contact page. So you can go ahead and use that. David says, good audio, no video feed. Is that the case for everyone? Can you see my video? If yes, if you can see the video, please just say yes in the comments, because I've just have a Robert here saying no video. Okay, George is saying video works fine. So David, I'm not sure what's going on there. You may want to refresh your stream. Maybe it could be that. Okay, yeah, it looks like everything is working fine. Great. Thanks a lot for the feedback. Right. Marvin says, please turn off autofocus on your camera. Right. I think this is something that I need to do, because I can see the camera, trying to, look for focus. So it's a setting that I need to take a look at. But thanks for letting me know. Right. Can't pronounce this name, but anyway, it says, I think we need an automotive layout. In fact, today's layout is an automotive layout. Take a look at your Divi install, and then you will see that we actually have a layout for automotive. So take a look at that. Bird Office says, I'd like to have some examples of companies that use Divi if possible. Now, we do have blog posts that showcase companies that use Divi. So what I will do is I will make a note of those blog posts and add them onto our comments if you would like to see those. But we do showcase companies that use Divi for their designs. Okay, I've got a note here from Jantane, I think, saying just wanted to follow and saw, just started to follow and saw your question for layout pack. I'd love one for scientific research. Okay, that's another suggestion, scientific research. Okay, I'll definitely pass these over to our design team to start working on those. So thank you very much for that feedback. Fitness and cycle shop. Okay, so fitness. This will make our job much easier because sometimes we do get designers block when it comes to creating these layouts. So thanks a lot for that. A layout for an intranet. Yes, that could be a good thing. Excellent. Right. So healthcare products. This is awesome. Holiday villas. E-commerce. I think we've done some e-commerce ones before. Eslam. Mac and VJ always like adding your suggestions, which is cool. Thank you very much for that. So yeah, thank you very much for your suggestions. We are definitely going to be adding these because our goal is to provide a layout every single Monday. So you can imagine we have to cover quite a lot of industries. Okay, so let's go back to our tutorial here and I can show you how to best use these layouts. So what I'm going to do again here is to go back into our website here. Right, so I'm just going to save this. So let's say there are sections that you don't need in this design. So what you could actually do is to come here and delete the part that you don't need. Like for example, let's say I need to delete this one here. Okay, so that one is gone. Right, and as I'm designing this, let's say I realize that there's a part of a theme which I think looks great. So all I have to do is to click here on Expand Settings, click this plus button. So this loads up our layout manager. Right, so let's say as you're scrolling through this, there is something that you think is nice from one of these layouts. So as you're scrolling through, let's say you'd like, in fact, this one is not a good example. Let me go to services. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's say, let me choose this flower shop here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my gallery. Right. So it's actually quite easy to use some of these layouts onto your existing one that you're working on. So to do that, all you got to do is to make sure you click on Use this layout. Now, there's a space here on the bottom which says Replace existing content. Now, if you do that, it will pretty much get rid of whatever you're working on right now. So that's not what we need. We want to use this layout so that it's appended to the current layout that we're working on. So this is where you need to click. So I'm going to click on Use this layout. And again, it's going to take a while to import. And while that is happening, I might as well also mention that okay, now it's finished downloading. Okay, so let's scroll down and see where this has been added. Right. So we can see here that this is where our layout has been added from this part right here. So let's say the only part we need is this gallery part. So all I have to do now is to delete all the sections that I don't need, like that. Maybe delete this as well. and that okay. So all I have to do now is to add my padding like that, and I've already added my gallery right here that fast. So this is how you add sections to your current layout that can be also imported from different layouts. Now the trick here is to make sure that whatever section that you bring in, it may have a different color to it. So this is where you want to go in and match your colors. Okay, because you want to make sure that your consistency follows through. So the idea with these layout packs is just to give you a very good starting point when it comes to designing your layouts. So this will save you a lot of time in testing to see if this is mobile friendly, all your padding, your margins, all that is in place. So you can always go in and change your text, you can change your titles, your images, but the foundation of the layout is always intact. Okay, so I'm going to take a look here at some questions as well and see what questions we have. Okay. Wow, we've got quite a lot of suggestions here. Plumbers, electricians. Oh, this is great. Our design team is going to love this, honestly, because I'm sure this will cut down their brainstorm sessions. World Cup. Wow. This is awesome. World Cup 2018. This is awesome. Okay. Author layout. That's a great one. Right. Ron says, if possible, also a layout for the sale of exclusive rims such as Volkswagen and I'm not sure about these companies, but I'll take a look at these, but I'll also add these to the list. Marcin, I think, says some nice shop layouts based on WooCommerce, maybe. Yep. WooCommerce, ready. Okay, that's a great idea. Okay, so I'm going to also take a look here at Facebook and see if we have any questions. Atif. Atif says, not the layout, maybe you can make a video on how to implement GDPR on Divi or Woo website. Okay, that's something that I'll also add to my list because I've been hearing a lot about this GDPR. So I will make a suggestion to that and we will be making a video about it. Karen says, can you get them to design a more detailed contact form where you can ask a couple of additional questions, or maybe there is already something, let me know. Yes, we do have our contact form has been updated. I'm not sure if you have taken a look at that. You can actually go in and add a lot of fields. I mean, it's endless. And on top of that, you can actually add conditional logic, like if else conditions, like let's say if someone chooses this, then they're shown certain results. So yes, our contact form is very, very full of features. So take a look at that. Delivery services, that's Tran. Tran, I'm sure I added quite a lot of those already, but delivery services is, I think, something I don't have right now. But this is really, really great. Okay, so I'm just going to check one more time on Facebook and see if we have any questions. Eslam says, can I ask for the next update, developer update? As I said last week, I'm not 100% sure when. But one thing I can tell you is we are very, very close to the update. I would say maybe 2 weeks max. Okay, 2 weeks max. But don't hold me to account for that. But it's very, very, very close, and it's going to be full of features and awesome. So keep an eye on that. Agante says there's already a GDPR plugin available for Divi. Oh, that's really cool. I'm going to take a look at that, definitely. Pablo's is giving us a suggestion here, repair of bathtubs. Okay, awesome. Oceanside Motel or Hotel. Yes, we definitely don't have this. So this is a great one. George says, us developers are waiting. Well, good things come to those who wait. Definitely in this case. Okay, so our developer update is going to be really, really awesome. So I would say 2 weeks, we should have it out there. But like I said, this is just based on, my own thoughts. This is not official, by the way, so please don't hold me to account for that. But I know it's very, very close. Will there be links in the checkbox text available for the next update? Yes, we will make a huge announcement. So you need to make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube or our Facebook channel in order for you to see those updates. And what I've noticed as well is if you want to be notified when we release or we go live or we release new videos on YouTube, you need to make sure you click on the bell notification. Okay, that allows you to get all these updates. So make sure you do that if you haven't done so already. Okay, cell phone repair shop. Awesome. Cell phone repair shop. And spiritual healing, I think I saw. Yeah, spiritual healing. Great. Marvin says bell activated, check. Awesome. You will definitely be updated as soon as we go live. Okay, so if you're just joining us, this is the Divi Feature Update Live, a show where we cover all our features in depth to help you use these features in great lengths and also inspire you to use these features in your designs. So today we've been taking a look at the free world-class layouts and photos. So just to summarize what I've been talking about today is our layouts. We release them every Monday. Now these layouts, before we used to publish this on our blog post, and then we used to release a downloadable file where you could add these layouts manually onto your Divi websites. But now we've changed that workflow. We now have a layout manager which updates all these layouts automatically. Like for example, today is Monday. We have a layout in there waiting for you to use straight away. So this is the change that we've made. And also in our design team, we have a photographer that takes all these beautiful photos. So these photos now, if you decide to use them in your commercial projects, we will not come after you for, we won't sue you for that. These are 100% free. You can use this in your own projects, for commercial projects, or if you're someone that builds child themes, you can actually use these images and sell your child themes. So they are absolutely free. So this is something that we are giving back to you, our community, to help you, design your websites and make that process much easier. Now these layout packs, they consist of a couple of pages. In most cases, it's 5 pages: the About Us, Services, Landing Page, Contact, and some sort of home page. So you can go ahead and use this interchangeably, as I showed you in our demonstration today. And you can also replace these images to match the design that you're working on. So this is the great thing that you need to use these layouts for. Now, in my opinion, these layouts are a great start when it comes to designing websites because it has everything all measured up for you. If you were to design these pages from scratch, they will take you a lot longer because you need to adjust the margins, the heights, the line height and all of that. So all these things are already in place. We've spent some time to design all these things into the theme. So all you have to do is to load these layouts, add your images, change your text, and you're up and running in a very, very short space of time. Okay, so I'd like to say to everyone that joined us today, thank you very much once again. This is exciting. You make the show exciting with your interactions and all of that. So I really, really appreciate it. So this is all I have for you today. Hopefully next week we'll have a great update and we'll be talking about another feature which definitely should benefit your workflow. So thank you very much for tuning in to everyone, both on Facebook and YouTube, and all your suggestions that you've given me. I will definitely pass this over to our design team, and you will be seeing these designs coming up in the next few weeks. So thank you very much and have a great week. And I'll be seeing you again next Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern. Thank you.